Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat, and today, my little open boaters, school is back in session. I am doing another fish biology episode. Now, if you haven't already heard, the yellow-eyed demons have invaded the East Coast. I've been crushing them every single night. They are an absolute favorite of mine. The serial killers of soft plastics, the annihilators of plugs are here. And today I'm going to give you a little rundown on bluefish biology. Now, first off, with their Latin name, the Pomatomus saltatrix. That sounds like a new conventional reel coming out in 2025, but that is in fact their Latin name for the good old bluefish. Now, the females can lay between 400,000 and 2 million eggs, and those eggs can hatch after only 48 hours of being in the water. And the little baby blues, unlike their adult counterparts that feed on literally anything that moves, the little ones feed on plankton. Now, as they get older, of course, they're going to feed on smaller fish. They're going to see anything that swims around them. They're going to try to take a chomp out of. Some of them have even been known to target humans. I know a lot of surfers are more afraid of bluefish than they are of sharks because of their just vicious reputation. They just want to eat everything in sight. They are gluttons and absolutely ferocious. Now, bluefish can live for up to 12 years. And the biggest record bluefish was caught out of Hatteras, North Carolina, and it was 31 pounds, 12 ounces. You think you can beat that this season? I don't know. I'm just happy to catch one. So bluefish are really cool because they could be found basically throughout the world's oceans, prominently in tropical to temperate waters. Most of the time, they're very common in the Atlantics, but they can also be found in the Indian and South Pacific Oceans. Now, since I familiarized you guys on the biology, it's always important to know a little bit fishy facts about the species you're trying to target. I'll get into the regs. If you wanted to keep the bluefish, they aren't really so tasty, but there are recipes that make them work. But, catch and release if you don't want to eat them. So the regulations throughout the region, there's no closed season, there's no size limit. Anglers can keep 3 fish. However, if you're on a for-hire boat, there's a 5 fish bag per angler limit. Now, targeting the species. Now, everyone thinks that you can only get them on top water. That's only if they're feeding, they have blitzes, just like striper blitzes, bluefish blitz on the surface. My favorite top water lure to target bluefish is the Island X. This is in their amber color, and it's like a nice topwater pencil. It has single hooks, so it's easy to remove the hooks. Bluefish have teeth. They're dangerous. You don't want to make the mistake I did. Just kidding. But there are people who have lost appendages to bluefish. Don't even try to lip them. Make sure you always have pliers. The Island X lure. This thing absolutely crushes bluefish on the surface. It has an excellent action. It's basically like a pencil popper, and it is loaded so it can cast even farther. Whether you're bluefishing off the boat or you're bluefishing off the surf, you can basically grab the top of the plug. Hopefully it's hooked on that tail hook and just pop the bluefish off. You want to avoid the mouth as much as you can. Next up in the water column is something that I've been crushing them on locally here. You can see the battle scars on this plug. This is the new Tsunami Tidal Pro twitch bait. And I swapped out the back hook for a single because it's just too many trebles. You're asking for trouble when you're using trebles for bluefish. So it's always good to swap out a back treble for a single hook. And like I said, you can see the battle scars from this thing. It's got absolutely annihilated by bluefish, and it has a nice rattle that just aggravates them even more. And now sometimes they're not even on the top or in the mid-water column, they're on the bottom. So you basically have to jig them up. So what do I use when I'm jigging up bluefish? Just a handy dandy bucktail. You can never go wrong with a bucktail. You just jig it off the bottom, and trust me, if there's bluefish around, they're gonna find it. They will hunt down your lure and make it their personal goal to absolutely annihilate it. One of the best fighting fish off the surf is the bluefish. Now, get yourself ready to go out there and target some blues, and be mindful of your fingers, because bluefish like those too. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys on next week's Open Boat.